Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cocktails with King. I am here with my dog, KJ.
What's up?
We were gone for a minute, but now we back. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. For those who don't know, the purpose of the podcast is to give people their flowers while they can still smell them. Also, we want to tackle mental health, self-love, self-care, and we want to bring awareness to suicide also. So this is the one place where it's unconditional love, and I like to call this the love community.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and
Get into it, yeah.
So, how we met in October-ish.
Yeah.
I remember it was Halloween, and that's been my dog ever since. We wrap this up. This is March. So it's a new friendship, but it's been lit. I think we've spoken every day,
Almost
and if
every
not
day.
every day, every other day since October.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, and
Most
that's
definitely.
so rare.
Very
The
rare.
only friend that I have in the LGBT community is my best friend that I've known since middle school.
Same.
So for me to have a new friendship and form a new friendship is so dope to me because I get to get a different perspective. I get to get different life experiences and stuff like that. So I'm really appreciative.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
It is.
And I appreciate you for even being on here with me.
Of course.
I did your podcast,
Of
which was lit.
course.
So y'all check him out
Yes.
too. His podcast is superior. I wanted to start mine. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Take a drink, grab a drink, have fun.
Let me take a sip real quick.
I know we red cupping it this episode, but listen,
Ain't nothing wrong with a red solo cup.
ain't nothing wrong with it. Solo, y'all know the vibe. Let's get into it. So I really want to know. I think I asked you this before, but I want to ask you again on camera.
Oh, God.
What was your first impression of me?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first impression of you, oh, Lord. Okay, I didn't like you at first. I'm going to be quite honest, y'all.
I
'cause
understand.
he gave me this tood. And I have a thing about people when I first meet them and they give me toods. But I thought it was a tood, but being the introvert that I am, he was just being standoffish, reading the room, kind of understanding everybody. At that time, I didn't know. And so when I first met you, I was just like, oh no, I ain't gonna like this nigga. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say
that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we saying all that. We go cuss. It's a whole thing. Yeah, because I'm a sailor. I like to cuss. That's my thing.
Listen, because I'm gonna say what's on my mind.
Yeah, no, be
But yeah,
you.
I was like, I ain't feeling this nigga. But then over time, over that night, we had started having a conversation, and I was like, oh, okay, some of his viewpoints are kind of like mine. He seems really lit. Okay, I can dig this, and it's been cool ever since.
Been lit ever since. I'm more of a one-on-one type of person. Group things and group outings really make me uncomfortable, especially because I'm so socially awkward. And I get in my own way because I start to feel like, am I being judged? What are you thinking about me? Do you like me? Do you not like me? Do I look okay? Do I, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that starts happening in my mind. And then I start to get in my own way, and I be trying to fight myself out of that. So when people see me, all that's going on in my mind right now, but all you see is me being reserved and quiet, and you think that I think that I'm better than you or something like that, and it's none of that. I really am whooping my own ass right now, and I'm trying not to. It's crazy. But that's just a little insight. So if y'all see me out and I look crazy, it's really me just fighting myself, and I'm trying to get out of that. So yeah. So I also want to know, since you are always smiling, I know you have a lot of ups and downs. Life has been a little bit difficult for you, but I want to know what makes you happy?
The fact that God wakes me up every single day. And people think that is weird of me to say, and I'm like, not necessarily, because I honestly, truthfully, I want to die peacefully in my sleep.
Same.
I don't want anything traumatic to happen to me.
Yeah.
And so I thank God every single day for just waking me up, because he didn't have to do that. It could have been the other way around. And that makes me happy. I can choose to sit there and be sad and mad about what happened yesterday, what is going on with life, because certain stuff that happens in life, it happens for an extended period amount of time, but all that's going to do is just upset me and diminish my peace.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to wake up and thank God for just waking me up.
Because it's a blessing.
It is.
It's a blessing.
It is.
And people don't understand that.
Oh, most definitely not.
And another thing about that is life is so precious. Like, people, I feel like they like to live in chaos. They can't not live in chaos. Excuse me, I can't live like that.
Me neither. I can't even live in an organized chaos. I'm like, structure.
Yeah.
I need structure.
Yeah, you are very structured.
I
That's
am.
why I had to give you all the information right before. I had to give you a lot of time because I know you are like.
I am very extremely structured. I live by a planner.
Yeah, you do.
I like stuff planned out because baby, when I'm relaxing, don't hit me up because I'm gonna be asleep or somewhere probably drunk drinking some tequila.
Yeah, that's a vibe. So speaking of, I know you like tequila, but I want to know, what do you feel or what do you think about self-care days?
Oh, I love self-care days. Being an influencer, being here in LA, people are starting to know who I am. And I didn't realize how much it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
And so I literally take time, a couple months even, away from social media and everything because it's a self-care thing for me. Yes, I take months from social media. I'll go on vacation and reset. I need to be in nature. I need to be I go on vacation faithfully by myself. I'm a single man. I don't need nobody to vacation with. If I need to recharge, then I'm going to recharge. I believe in meditating. I believe in aligning your spirituality and your just your aurora too as well. I believe because your aurora and your spiritual being is two totally different things. It is. Because you could be very spiritual and your spirit be aligned, but that doesn't mean your aurora gives off aligned spiritual energy.
Oh, that's a word. Okay.
Because your aurora, like I can be the most aligned person, but my aurora will be, oh, you got a stank attitude when you're around people. No, I'm fine. No, you're not.
That's like what you thought about me when you first met me. Yeah, let's get into it. But okay, so what would a self-care day look like for you?
Oh, so automatically every single day, whether self-care day or not, I'm gonna wake up, pray, and I'm gonna listen to gospel.
Okay.
Because it motivates me to get going. Then if it's not self-care every single day, because sometimes I don't do, it's okay to admit you don't do self-care every single day.
Yeah.
Certain people doing certain things, yes, doing that every single day is fine. But if I'll go and get a massage, I love like a deep tissue massage. Listen, this body is old. I'm only 30 years old, but this body is like 60, okay? So it be needing some work done because, especially with my shoulders, I carry a lot of tension.
Oh, yeah, I do too, yeah.
I carry the weight of the world on me.
Same.
So I'm always with helping others and carrying other people's problems and stuff. And sometimes I just go and get a massage and literally it puts me to sleep to where I forget everything. And that's the best self-care that I could do. I love just meditating and being out in nature.
Okay.
Like I can camp in nature and it just listening to the sound of the forest or the woods or whatever have you, wherever I'm at, it's regenerating for me. Yeah.
I'm gonna take your word on that. I'm not gonna do it, but I'll put on my little phone with some forest shit so I can get all that.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I'm gonna do that first because I'm not gonna be in nature. I'm not gonna hold you. I can't. It ain't for me.
And I know that knows nature.
I'm good, love. I look to a lot of things out there that I ain't got.
Oh, that ain't one of them.
Yeah, it ain't for me, and I know that, and I'm okay with it.
I'm here for it. Just as long as you know and you're okay with it, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. I know my land. I'ma stay in it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. So I want to know: are you single, or are you dating, or are you in a relationship?
I am very much so single.
Okay.
Have I been going out on dates? Absolutely. Do I love them? Absolutely not.
Okay, so I've been single. Okay, I've been single for a long time. It's going on like 12 years, I think.
Oh, wow.
That's a long time, yeah.
Number the stars.
Yeah. I like a lot of people, but they don't really like me back.
Why don't you think they like you back?
Damn, I wasn't ready for that. So the reason, okay, people don't like me back, I feel like, is because I know that I'm very guarded. I'm a very guarded person. And I hold a lot of secrets. I hold my own secrets and I hold other people's secrets. And I'm everybody's go-to. And when I meet people, I try to be that for them, but I do too much too soon. And then I feel like I'm trying to prove myself to people. All of my 20s, I'll give you an example. I've spent my entire 20s trying to like date people and prove to them that I'm worthy of being like dateable, which is kind of crazy when I say it out loud.
It is very crazy.
Like it's crazy. I've met guys and I've like tried to like buy them stuff to show them things, and I've given them like time. I remember it was a holiday and I didn't spend it with my homegirl, which is very important to her. Holidays was very important to her, and I hung out with her for a little bit. And I left to hang out with a guy. Cause I was like, well, maybe, this could go somewhere. And she was so offended. Her feelings were hurt. Cause I was supposed to be there with her. And, it didn't even like progress. And so I try to give people like chances and do things, but I also don't give them all of me either. So like in one sense, like I'm giving you like, not the world, but the world. But then another sense, like I'm not giving you me either. Like I'm not giving you like, the way that I think, or like I'm not letting you into like my space. So it's weird. People don't really know how to handle that, I think. And so
I could see that.
Yeah, so I don't know.
See that.
So maybe that's why. Maybe it's more to it than that. And then I don't know, but fuck it. It's y'all loss. Y'all had a good one. I don't fit the stereotype, but don't come look for me now. I'm gone. Do you have any regrets?
I don't live my life in regret. I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and I did what I did, and I meant what I did.
Okay, I respect it.
It took me so long to even get to that point in my life, because I, like you too, I carry a lot of secrets. Like I'm always there for people, and back then I always cared about what people thought.
I did, yeah.
And I always monitored what I said, or this might hurt their feelings, or whatever have you. But the older I get, the more I realize, baby, I walk and speak my truth. I don't have to lie. I hate liars. I hate liars. So I'm like, if I am the person that can just walk and speak whatever they want to speak, then why am I afraid to just speak to you? You shouldn't be bothered by what I said. If you love me, you care about me, you should take it what I said as a grain of salt, because I'm probably 9 times out of 10 right. So no, I don't live my life in regrets.
Okay. I have a few regrets. A few. But I'm trying to take them as like lessons learned. And I try really hard not to live in regret though. Like I try to do things and say things because I don't want that. But I also haven't really done well at that either. So I'll be in my own way. But I'm doing better with it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Do you believe in self-care?
I do believe in it. I do believe that everybody needs the self-care. I do believe sometimes you have to take some time for yourself. Even when you're in relationships, people forget and tend to be all about their spouse and forget that the individuality of themselves. So I do believe that everyone should self-care and believe in self-care.
I agree. I don't know anything about dating. Like, it's been a long time. I couldn't even imagine having to like have somebody, you know what I'm saying, like in that capacity. So that's really like foreign to me, and it makes me uncomfortable. So I wouldn't even like know how to like how to act. But I do believe in self-care. I believe in having self-care days. I give myself a day, and I try to do it like once a week. Waka Flocka's mom?
Yes.
Miss Atney?
Yes.
She did an interview, and she said in there, and this like stuck with me because I feel like I can relate and it resonated with me. She said that she carries everybody's secrets with her. She's like a walking vault. And I'm paraphrasing. And they asked her, well, she's seen a lot and she's done a lot. How come she doesn't go to therapy? And she said that talking to people, on one-on-ones and stuff, in her everyday life is therapy to her. And she's saying, and doing that, unloading her baggage in that capacity helps make room for other people's secrets and things. And I was like, damn. Because people come to me with stuff. People come to like unload and they dump all their shit out on me and I listen, but like I try not to give advice if it's not wanted or warranted.
That's true.
I try to find like the balance in it, and because I'm so level-headed and I give great advice, I don't listen to my own advice. But I give great advice.
Don't we all?
But she said that made so much sense because now I'm in a place. I have a therapist. I haven't seen him in a while because my schedule won't allow it. But it was nice, seeing him. And now I feel like I'm in a place to where I want to unload my own shit. Because can't nobody say anything about me that's going to like hurt my feelings or like, you know what I'm saying? Like give me off my balance. So I would rather unload my own shit so people can, my friends, I don't want to say people, but like my friends and my circle can come to me and like dump their shit out on me. And I can make room for that. Because everybody needs like an outlet.
That's so true. I do believe everybody needs an outlet.
Everybody needs an outlet.
Everybody needs that one person.
And so I just, I'm just that person from my circle. I'm not going to complain, because it is what it is.
That's true.
If you can change anything about me, what would it be? I mean, even though we just met a couple of months ago and stuff.
I think that I would have to get to know you a lot more. I'm willing to get to know you a lot more. But I wouldn't say that I would. I don't necessarily like to change stuff about people. Do I feel like people should evolve from certain ways that they have? Absolutely, but that's not my job to do that. That's my job is to like point out maybe a flaw.
Okay, well, what's a flaw?
But I don't know.
You don't.
Well, you're never on time. I will definitely say that. But I think that's just a me issue though.
I have been on time.
With me.
When was I late?
When are you on time with me?
I'm thinking. Hold on. Your birthday. I think I was late for your birthday.
You were.
No, you was late. I was there. No, I was there. I was waiting for you actually.
No, I had just got off of work.
Yeah, so I gotta retract that statement. Because what you talking about, like no.
Wait. In my defense though, I wasn't even dressed when everybody started arriving. Because I had just was setting up I was just setting the food and everything. I had just got back with the drinks and everything because the people that was supposed to help me ended up not helping.
Oh, you talking about at your place. I was talking about when we went to go eat at
I was real late.
You was real late. Yeah.
Okay, so I was only late. There was a situation that was going on between somebody that was staying with me. So that's why I was late. Otherwise, I would have been on time, baby boy. I love Korean barbecue.
You see how things change around here.
But I'm never late.
Okay, so what are 5 things that you love about yourself?
Jesus, I've never. God, I've never been asked that before.
Yep, I want to know.
5 things that I love about myself.
This is a love platform, so we want to know.
I love how I see the good in everybody. Some people say that's a bad thing. Some people say it's a good thing. I just believe that there is good in everyone, and I love seeing that. I love how hardworking I am. I'm probably one of the most hardest working people that I know. I have so many certifications, almost 2 degrees now.
Ooh. Okay, come on now.
I am very extremely loyal. I love how loyal I am. Like, even if I know that my man is lying and he was somewhere that he should not been, baby, I'm gonna handle that behind closed doors. But I'm gonna ride for him in public. I don't know what you talking about. That ain't him.
And then when the door closed?
Who the fuck? Where the fuck were you? Nah, I'm playing. But I'm loyal to a fault. Like, it's very, very bad. I'm a giver. I love giving, and it's very hard for me to receive.
That's me.
I've just never been that type of person. I've always been a protector, and I don't mind it. As little as I am, people find it very weird that I like to protect. I was in the military. That was my job. And the last thing, I love how fun I am too. I'm the life of the party whenever I'm not, going through it.
Yeah, no, for real.
So yeah, I can say that. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. I would choose my personality. I love my personality. I think I am so dope. I am also a giver. I love giving. Like it makes me happy, especially when I'm like going through something or I'm sad or I need to offset my emotions. I do stuff for people. And the best way that I can, I guess, categorize myself is I have a servant's heart but a warrior's mind. Like that's me.
Love that.
I am also loyal, almost to a fault. Not really. I'm kind of been working on that. My smile sometimes I like you, sometimes I don't. It's weird. When I have like a big smile, it's my top lip disappears. It's a thing. Yeah, I don't really like that. But I do like my smile. What is that, like 3 or 4? And the other thing about me that I really, really, really love is my character. Like, I really love my character. Like, I'm gonna say that there's nobody like me, but I really am like a one of one. Like I am so good natured. I'm genuine with everything that I do. I make mistakes, and I'm not perfect, but I move with genuine intent, and I move with love first.
Love that.
So if you see me get out of character or something, it's because that other person did something and deserved it. Because I take a lot of shit. Like I sweep a lot of things under the rug. I don't talk about things right when it happens as it should, because I feel like everybody deserves some grace. But when it comes time for me to have to roll my sleeves up and shake some shit up, then I become the bad guy. But no, like things happened that led me to this, and I gave you grace because I love you and I appreciate you and I value you. But you taking my kindness for weakness, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And people do that with me, and then they end up losing out, and now y'all gotta watch me on the motherfucking screen. But anyway, then there's that. What are 3 negative mindsets that you need to let go of?
Oh, child. Oh, not trusting people. I know that everybody is not bad for me, but I have, and it does not even stem from relationships. People think it stems from relationships. I'm like, nope. It stems from my family. From the time that I was a child all the way up until now. And they would hate that I'm saying this, but it's the truth. There's certain stuff they will be like, oh, where we omitted the truth. That's still lying. You decided to leave out certain stuff. That's still lying. So I need to learn how to, let my guard down more and trust people. I need to get away from the negative connotation that I don't believe that I deserve love.
Ooh.
I've had 2 failed marriages, 4 failed relationships. So I've only been in 4 relationships. I ended up marrying 2 of them. Stick with it, all right? But none of those relationships were good relationships. I felt like they were relationships that I was in because it felt good for somebody to be there. But I don't necessarily feel like any of them really truthfully loved me. And so my whole adulthood life, I've always wondered, was I really worthy enough of love? And so now going into this, this 10 years, the 30, between 30 and 40, I am learning to embrace that I too deserve love, no matter and I'm gonna fight for the love that I deserve.
Yeah.
And then I need to be better at forgiving.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. And I ain't even gonna dig deep in that.
Okay.
That's
You don't have to.
That explains itself.
It does.
That's self-explanatory.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I had to choose 3 negative mindsets that I have, it would be, because it's kind of like the same thing, like telling myself that I'm not good enough, because I am.
Mm-hmm.
I reject love from friendships, from family, and from potential partners. And I think it's like it's a safety thing, because I feel like if I let people in, like they're gonna be able to like really hurt me, and I just don't want to give anybody the power to do that.
That's
like
right.
Anybody, family included, and that's negative. I shouldn't go into it like that. And as much love as I have, like on one hand, how do I have all this love and I give it, but like I won't let anybody do that for me. So it's a comfort thing. My friends, they be getting on me because I do things for them, but I won't let them do things for me. And they be like, we be going back and forth with it. And some of my friends, they just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do my own thing, and they do their own thing. You know, my cuz for my birthday planned a surprise birthday for me. Because it was the 1 year after my grandma passed. It was my first birthday without her. You know what I'm saying? And then she went out of her way and invited people, and some people came and some people didn't. But the people who didn't come, I'm not really worried about it, because that's going to invalidate everybody that did come. But everybody that did come, I appreciate it. Boom, we had a good time. If you was there, you know what it is. And I don't know, I can't think about the other one, so I'm not even going to worry about it. This question kind of goes into what we talked about earlier, but I'm going to just ask anyway because it's here. But is there any advice that you would give me, say to me, but are hesitant to say?
Don't be so hard on yourself to actually love again. I do feel like you want to get out there and, you know, date more. And
What gives you that?
You seem like you are willing and ready to want to do it, but you have a hindrance, and I do too. I can definitely say that. I only say that because I see it, because I've been living it. So don't be afraid to just live and enjoy. Yeah, we're gonna get knocked down a couple of times, but we know now how to give our heart versus how we gave our heart before. So take a little step, leap of faith, rather.
Okay,
So
well,
that's about it.
I'm gonna try it. I mean, I'm single, he's single, we single. What's up? Shoot your shot. You might brick, you might not. Who knows? But this brings me to my favorite part of the podcast. It's called Lots of Love. And this is paying homage to my grandmother. She used to she always ended a text message or a note with lots of love. Every time. And the purpose of this moment is to give people or someone their flowers while they could still smell them. Whether they are here or whether they are not, this is the moment to acknowledge them. So we oftentimes wait until a funeral or until something bad happens to show people love. And we shouldn't have to do that. But we also leave so much love unspoken. So this is the time to bring that out. So who would you like to acknowledge?
Okay, I could acknowledge some people in my family or whatever have you, but that's cliche, I guess, for me.
Okay.
I want to acknowledge one friend in particular that I have who recently just came back into my life within the last year. This friend has been through a lot. This friend, he came to me very, very, wounded. And the work that I've seen him put in from where he was versus where he is now is immaculate. Some of the stuff that he's been through, stuff that he's been told from his family, the way that his friends treat him. I feel like he deserves love in all sorts of forms, no matter the situation. I feel like he has literally embodied so many people and just decided to just give up because it was just not working for him. Nobody was giving it back to him. I feel like he needs to hear that you still have one good friend.
Yeah.
And the work that you have put in doesn't go unnoticed. I'm always still going to show up. I'm still going, whether people say it or not, I mean, I could care less. It does seem like I'm wearing a cape when it comes to him. But he gives me a reason to wear a cape when it comes to him.
Yeah.
So I just want to give him his flowers. His name is Will. He's one of my really good friends. I met him when I first moved here to LA, and that was a while ago. And I didn't see him when he first moved to LA. When I first moved to LA, I didn't see him. And now years later, I see the person that he is. And so I just want to give him his flowers and let him know that he's seen, and I thank him for being that true friend for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
The person I choose is my dad. And I choose my dad because, in our lifestyle, a lot of people don't have their dad. A lot of people don't have a good relationship with their dad, or, for whatever reason.
That's true.
Sometimes it's because, the lifestyle they don't agree with or whatever the fuck. But my dad is a solid motherfucker. Like, that dude is top fucking tier. Growing up, I was scared of him, honestly, because he's like a badass. Like, he is not to be fucked with. He's very hard. He has a hard exterior. He's not very emotional. He's not sensitive. So you don't go to him for that. And he instilled fear, in my brothers and I, at a young age, because he's dad, and we gotta do things a certain way, and that's how he was brought up. And I would never ever challenge him or do anything like that, because I know better. But as I've gotten older, we have a different relationship now, and I see a lot of similarities between he and I. I always thought that I was different. I always wondered where I came from, why am I like this? Because I don't want to be like this. This life is difficult. But he always made sure that I knew that he loved me, even if he didn't say it. His actions, spoke for him, and he's not the type to be like, I love you, son, or anything like that. But he'll show you, I love you because I did this for you. I love you because I'm here. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that he'll do. And when I was younger, I never noticed that. But my grandmother, his mom, showed me a different type of love. But now that she's gone, I see him differently, and he's different. And we have I would say, even a better relationship now. And it's unfortunate that it took this, to happen. But that's my dog, and I don't tell him often, but I try to show him like he tries to show me. And so I want to give this moment to tell my dad, you a solid guy. And even if people don't choose you and people don't give you a public, acknowledgement, I'm here to let you know you're the one. You're a solid dude.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, you're a solid dude.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. So we're going to just transition real quick into a little topic. Now, because we are in the same lifestyle, there's just a few topics that I want to just touch on real quick. I want to get your input. Growing up, I didn't have anybody that I could really go to and get counsel from that looked like me or lived like me, right? So a lot of the shit that I learned was online from fucking strangers. You know what I'm saying? BGC times. That's how
wow,
far back.
It's definitely coming out of you.
Yeah, that's I stayed in the forums. I would write something, and I would give a little, and people would give me content and suggestions and all of that. So I learned a lot of shit from there. But now things are different for the youngsters.
Most definitely
in this time, which is cool. But I just want to know, for you, what would you say to any of the young people that are struggling with their sexuality, that are out or not?
Don't try to fit in where you don't get in. I think that was the hardest thing that I had to go through as a young LGBTQRAJ.
Yeah, because you just never know. It's so,
Yeah,
it's so much
so
shit.
many different
I'm not gonna sit here and hold
letters.
you. A lot of this shit I don't know nothing about.
Me neither.
Like,
And I ain't gonna pretend like I do.
I
neither.
don't. I haven't even looked. Like
Me
all this
neither.
new shit. When I be hearing, I be reading it, and they be going into detail about what it means.
I be like,
I stop reading.
I be like, oh, this is too
I'm
much,
exhausted.
man.
No disrespect to nobody. Let me
No
put that
disrespect,
out there. No disrespect, no
none.
shade.
Because I'm a pansexual man, and I know that now because I know the terminology of it. I don't believe in gender. I believe in connection. I love an authentic connection to people. I don't look at attractiveness. Like, if people be like, that's a lie, I know you because your exes. Them exes just, listen, I can't help that this I can't help all of that, okay? But I will definitely say don't get in where you can't, like, try to fit in, because just be you. I had so many different personalities and so many different people that I went through, like different phases that I went through trying to find myself, because I was trying to be something that I was not. I think that a lot of people in the LGBT community tries to do that, because we get, especially the black people, we try to get these stipulations where we try to appease to the white man because if I get a white guy to like me, it might be different. Or we try to appease to the Hispanic community. If I get a Hispanic guy to like me, let me revert myself to this. Or even our own community, I found myself sometimes be like, if I wasn't too. It took me a long time to understand the difference between flamboyantness and just being like just somebody who's just out there. I'm just a person that's out there. I'm not flamboyant with it. Now, I've met a lot of people who are flamboyant compared to I am. But that was a term that it was something that I had to deal with my whole entire life and really get through, because I almost fell for that term and put myself in that category to the point that I always started. This true story. I've never said this to anybody out loud ever before. So you're getting an exclusive, like not even on my own shows.
Oh, come on now, Cocktails with Kiing. It brings it out. Come on.
I battled with, because even now people are like, "Oh, your hair is so long. You like long hair, or whatever have you." I like long hair because I like my hair texture. I have a very, very extremely nice hair texture. Shout out to my ethnic family, okay? Y'all know my roots, okay? But back in the day, I used to put on dresses. I used to put on heels. I used to like put on wigs and stuff because I thought that I genuinely, maybe I was meant to be a female, because so many guys would hit on me because of the way that I was shaped. But believe it or not, I'm versatile. People believe that I am a bottom. Like, no, I just got a fat ass because I run. But a lot of guys would hit on me because of the way that I was shaped, my height. I literally fit the form of a female.
Yeah.
And so back then I would used to think, I'm be like, oh, maybe this is what I need to be. You find your own pathway. You find who you are meant to be, not someone else telling you that this is who you are because this is the terminology that they use for you. So that's definitely the advice I give to the youth, because it was something that was never given to me. I had to learn on my own, and I didn't learn. And even still, then people don't. At 25, I was still dealing with it after getting out the military. Coming here, I didn't learn and really get through it until I moved to California and learned truly who I was.
Wow. Do you think that people should teach the young kids about the LGBTQIA?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I do think that certain things in the LGBTQIA community, they try to put on us. And it's not a part of our community. Pedophilia is not a part of our community. We don't have anything wrong with us or anything like that. So in that aspect, no. I don't think that they should be teaching kids about the LGBTIA community, because why would I want to hear something negative in that standpoint?
Well, no, but I mean like
I know where you're going, but if you're like uplifting and stuff about like sex, for instance, I didn't know nothing thing
Same.
about that at all, and I feel like it should be taught only because of the simple fact that it's 2023. Evolution. Sex isn't the same way. I mean, even the basicness of sex ed is like wrong. The straightness of basic sex ed wrong. You got females out here eating man's booty holes now and everything. But I think kids need to know that the man's G spot is in the booty hole and ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Straight, bi, gay, it's nothing wrong with that. That is the man's G spot, just like the female's G spot is in her clit. It's not wrong with that. Teach them kids. You teach them kids, and I feel like the more that they're taught, the less babies are running around because then they're ready to know when they want that, whether it's straight or gay. I mean, even now, I mean, you don't want LGBT kids. Oh, I want to be married because I can get married. That was the issue that we had when that first happened. Oh, I can get married now, and then the divorce rate skyrocketed. I think that the way that kids are taught are totally different. But my parents have been married for over 22 years.
Oh, wow.
They have their ups and downs, and I've seen their ups and downs. I've heard their ups and downs. Me and my mom used to talk all the time. But the one thing that I know for certainly sure is that they've always had each other's back, no matter the situation. And I believe in that type of love, and I feel like that love gets lost in the LGBT community. It's not taught to us. And I feel like that needs to be taught to the youth too as well. Like, that's the positivity of teaching the youth about, you know, growing up and being adults in this chaotic dating world that because you don't want to be like us, child.
You know, the thing about it is, I really wish that I would have seen some stuff on TV or like known somebody or like had somebody. But like, I was being made fun of, I was being bullied, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even by like people that I didn't know.
Right, it was
like,
the people that we knew.
People that
we loved, that very close to us.
It was doing me foul. And I remember I mentioned it to my family, like, you know, this is what's being said about me, like, before they even knew I was like gay. Because I didn't say anything until I was grown. I was like 21. I
same.
told them, but I was a child, and I was like, you know, this is being said about me. I'm being, you know, called this name, and it's hurting my feelings. Like, I don't like that. And they didn't think that it was a big deal at the time because they didn't know just how, like, heavy it was to me. And I was told, you know, this is no shade to my parents. Like, they didn't know. But they said, you know, I needed to man up. I needed to let it go. I needed to not be so hypersensitive, stuff like that. So I learned at a very young age to suppress that emotion. The only person that I felt safe with was my grandma. So my grandma, like, created that environment for me. Not that my parents didn't, but they were just, you know, they were living their life. They had things that they were going through and stuff like that. I just didn't want that. But my grandma made sure that I knew, like, you know, it was love there, and I was safe there. And ever since I found out, you know, that's been my dog. So I was able to go to her, you know, when I was like needing some emotional support or stuff like that. And I had that for 31 years, actually. It's a long time. Crazy. And so now that I don't have that, it's kind of weird because I miss it and I want to call her. I still have her contact. Like, I still want to text her. I sleep in her room that she passed away in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And I feel comfortable in there though. Like, I spend a lot of time in there. But my dad and I, we are so like different now. So like, I talk to my dad about a lot of stuff. We talk about all kind of shit now. Like, he made sure that I knew, like, he's not disappointed in me because of my sexuality. Like, you know, I'm a man just like anybody else is, and I just want to make the family proud. Like, I don't want to be a criminal. I don't want to bring, you know, anything like that to him. But I don't think that I'm doing anything wrong either. And he said that. So now that I know, I just wish that I would have had that in other people when I was growing up. That's the only thing. But I think that now the times are different, and I think, you know, kids are gonna be exposed to different things. That's true. So it's so true. Holla at me, y'all. If you need something, if you need anybody, I got you. Same. It's a safe environment over here for real.
Most definitely, most definitely. And I always want it to be a safe environment, especially for the youth in the LGBTQIA community.
Yeah. one of the last things I have is kind of like a 2-for-1, so I'm gonna just combine it. It's dating in the LGBTQI. I always want to tap on that just like real quick.
Jesus, okay.
I have like my own little like flair and spin on it, but I just want to know yours first.
It's hard. It's hard because you ever just want somebody that...
I just heard Brandy and Monica. Oh, is it Brandy and Monica? No, Brandy. Have you ever?
Yeah,
that just came into my mind right now as you said. Have you ever? And the way you just went into that just gave me like, but I don't know the words. I couldn't really jump into it and sing lyrically.
Have
but
you ever? You thought I was about to break out singing.
I did. I thought you were gonna have a moment.
No. So it's hard because I believe in friendship. I do. I wholeheartly believe in friendship before anything. And in the LGBT community, it's not men just are attracted and are horn dogs and sleaze dogs and just want to fucking just fuck anything walking. I had somebody say to me, they was like, they want to be pounded out, and I said, oh, I don't do that. I said, I like to genuinely like make love.
Yeah.
You know, they blocked me.
I believe it.
I said, oh baby, these little children are lost. And so it's so hard for me to date in the LGBT community because I value friendship. And I take things very slow because I have been through a lot. And while yes, I have been married twice, do I think that maybe, possibly, it could happen again? I'm holding on to hope because I'm a hopeless romantic. And it's so hard to date in the LGBT community because it literally makes me lean towards more, because I am pansexual, it makes me lean more towards females. When for a man, I'm like, yes, I have my ways. I want to be the man, and I want to give you what I can give you. I want to be the top and be the man, but I also have my needs to, you know, be the bottom and be a man too. I'm a very versatile man, but the stigma is, it's like the LGBT community just puts you in this box.
Yeah.
And I don't know, dating is very extremely hard. How about you? What's your experience?
Okay, so I told you I spent all my 20s trying to date different people, and it hasn't really worked out. I tried the apps and all that shit, doesn't work out. I just have I have a really hard time. I think I have a hard time because I think it's me mostly because I'm tall, yes, but I'm also slim. I'm not athletic, but I'm not skinny either. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that weird in between stage. I don't have a lot of like the physical attributes that a lot of people like want. I'm not really masculine, but I'm not really feminine either. I'm not aggressive. I'm more passive, but I can be aggressive. But being aggressive isn't my first nature. You know what I'm saying? And people don't really like that either. I take a lot of shit from people, and they think I'm a pushover. But then I also think I'm very handsome. I think I'm very attractive. I have a good head on my shoulders. Like I'm goal oriented. There's so many different like variables to me, and some people don't appreciate that.
They don't.
And then a lot of times it's one-sided. So when I meet people, I try to be consistent. I really do. Like
same.
Like how we start is kind of like how we finish. You know what I'm saying? So like if we start out and I have to always send you a good morning text, or if I have to always reach out to you first, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, that's how I am.
And then once I stop, then I realize that we stop, and then that's really what happens. And I be like, oh, okay, cool. So now I'm in this purging season of my life. I stopped reaching out to a lot of people first, and a lot of friendships that I thought were friendships. You know, I think that the seasons have ended. I think that we may have outgrew each other. There's no disrespect, like there's no love lost, but I just see things for how they are now.
Yes,
and
most definitely.
That's with friends, and that's with potential partners and people who like didn't work out with me. don't come back. This ain't that. Like, don't
Yes,
come back.
we don't want you no more.
Yeah,
we don't want you.
You had your time, and I wasn't a good fit for you at the time because you had somebody else or whatever the fuck. Not my problem. But just stay there though. But subscribe and follow me. But stay there. And now I don't want to do it anymore. To be honest, I don't want to date. The only thing that I'm really worried about and I want to do is being successful. I want my podcast to grow. I want my business to grow. I want my warehouse to grow. And stuff like that. Like, I want to just tap into my professional goals and my personal goals. And the few friends that I do have, I want to help them grow. And I want them to be, successful. And I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that I've tapped into all of that already. I've taken the time to allow my business to grow, allow everything that's flourishing for me right now. I owe it all to God. But I'm also not going to speed rush dating either. It's like I'm ready to get back out there, but I'm not going to speed rush because I know what I want, and I know I don't want an aggressive guy. That's not cute to me. I want a passive guy. I like a nice guy. I'm a gift guy. I love gifts.
Giving or receiving?
Both.
Both, okay.
Both. I love giving and receiving because you're thinking of me. I'm thinking of you. So I'm just at a different place in my life, but at the same time, anybody and everybody ain't about to be attached to me because there's somewhere called going up that I'm doing, and I'm not just having anybody attached to me anymore. That shit's for the birds. So stay where you at, like he said. Stay where you at. But
I also wanted to say really quick, this is for the LGBTQ guys. If you like me, if you want to hang out with me, don't invite me to your house. Take me out somewhere or meet me out somewhere.
Thank you.
Coming to your house is not okay with me.
That's not okay.
And don't block me because I don't want to come to your house either.
Not on no first date.
You fucking hoe.
What makes you think I want to be at your house on the first date? I don't want to be at your house on the first date.
Somebody blocked me because I didn't want to go to his house and hang out.
Ghetto.
You want to see me naked, and I don't want that.
He wanted one thing and one thing only.
I am a man. I am a man, David. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. We had a good time. So
definitely.
Yeah,
most
this
definitely.
Again. Part 2 coming soon.
Of course.
Follow my boy. Give them your Instagram, please.
Follow me at The Real KJ Konfidential, spelled with a K, okay? Confidential is spelled with the K. Everything else is spelled the same, okay?
Yes. Follow him. Show him love. Got a podcast. Tune in. Follow me on Instagram. Kocktails with Kiing. It's Kocktails with a K, W, and then Kiing with 2 I's. Make sure you don't forget. There's a link in my bio if you want to purchase some items. Let me know. In the meantime, in between time, keep your heads up. Be safe out there, and we'll talk.